Hi everybody, it's Shanna with shannasweetsblog.blogspot.com, SLT Oklahoma on YouTube. I haven't made any YouTube videos actually in quite a little while, partly because I've just been swamped. Part of my reason being swamped is my grandma was having a lot of problems with her back and had to go to assisted living, and I was helping her manage her meds and do some stuff there. And then last week, her pain got really out of control and we had to go to the emergency room, and come to find out she was actually septic in her spine. And so she passed away, and we're having a memorial service in the morning, and I just want to make this video, which probably will be posted after her memorial service, because I wouldn't let my mom buy the $50 book that the mortuary was trying to sell her. So I made one that I think my grandma would love. My grandma loved all my crafty projects and watched every YouTube video I ever made religiously. She was like my biggest fan, and so I think she'd be really happy with the way this book turned out. I tried not to get too overzealous with the embellishments because I have pages to write on in here, but I had to have some bling. I just had to. My grandmother graduated from a high school that's colors were red, and so this paper was, I believe, oh goodness gracious, I don't remember what, I think it was DCWV, and it was like some sort of love stack, but it had beautiful reds and butterflies and birds, and so I loved it. So this is the title, the front cover, which I don't know that you can see it very well because my camera won't. Had a little bit of trouble here with my edge punch, but you can still see her name really well, so I'm not too worried about it. And these are just some fabric flowers that I added some bling to, with some leaves that I glimmer misted. And then, so the next page has got her baby picture, and then it says, of course, when she, where she was born, and when she died. And then we'll try to scoot this over here, hopefully. Then the next page is the actual, this is the what the minister sent me that he was going to do for the service. So I guess if it's not right, then too bad, because I already have it in here. And then I printed off a bunch of pictures. We did a slideshow, and so I printed off a bunch of those pictures to put in here. I had some little applique butterflies that Trish had given me, and I just put some extra little halfback pearls on them, and I sprayed these white fabric roses with Lindy's Rudolph Red Nose Reindeer. I wish it was a little bit bolder red, but I'm still happy with it. And I taped both of these, glued and taped both the papers back to back. They're actually darker craft on the back side. And then I put a lace in between them when I did it. So then the next page is list her parents and her grandparents and siblings, children. No, sisters, no siblings here. So, and then the next page is actually list all, these are her children. And then it lists their grandchildren names. Their names plus their children. So so children and grandchildren, and actually great-grandchildren, which I guess I'm lumping into grandchildren. Again, I tried to keep all my embellishments kind of flat. This particular page has Psalm 23. My mother wanted to read this prayer when my grandmother was in her final moments, and we couldn't find it. Couldn't remember which prayer it was, and I had to like boot up my computer and Google it and do all that sort of thing. Finally found it, and my dad read it aloud. It was just my grandma, my mom, and my dad and I. And just as we said the end of this prayer, my grandma quit breathing. And I just find that really awesome. And freaky at the same time, but her last breath was literally amen. So I had to include this psalm in our book, of course. And it will be, this is the last psalm that'll be read at her memorial service too. Figured it's appropriate to end on that note. Now these are the pages that I did for people to sign the book. I didn't put lines and stuff because I'm hoping people will write comments. So I have 6 pages for that. And I actually had a boo-boo went on my edge clipper. I didn't do it right, so I fixed it. Can't tell. My grandmother was actually married 3 times, widowed twice, and so I thought this little love starts with a smile, grows with a kiss, and ends with a tear was kind of appropriate for the 2 men that she was widowed by. She was married to my grandpa for over 20 years, and will actually be buried next to him. And then this page, I found this collage in my grandma's things that she had made, and this is just a bunch of relatives, past relatives of hers, and I thought that was really neat. Had to use some more bling. I used a lot of paper doilies in here. It just seemed, it worked really great, and it was flat. And then this was her mom and her brother and sister. All of those are deceased now. All of my family there. Then this is a page that I made for us to write down who gives, we have 2 charities in which we're asking for donations to. Hospice, which she was only on hospice for less than 24 hours, but they were so caring and compassionate. They definitely deserve funds for their time. And then Pals was a dog and cat rescue that she actually owned a dog and cat from them, so they were the other charity that we're donating to. So I have 2 pages for that, and then I had some more pictures that I wanted to put on here. My ATG tape is just not sticking very well. I'm not sure why. So I thought this love page was most appropriate because this was her and her grandmother, and this was her and her mother, and of course this is one side of her family. And then here's another page with her and her dad and her in high school, and I just loved it. And then I just went ahead and included some of her interests and hobbies and a couple more pictures. And then I ended the back with 2 Corinthians. This is a passage that the minister plans on saying tomorrow at the memorial service, so I thought it would be a good way to end. And of course, this is another high school photo. So thank you all. I hope to get back to making more videos. I've not really been doing a whole lot lately, so I'm looking forward to getting back at it as soon as I can get my mess cleaned up and get her house cleaned out. So thank you all very much for looking at my book, and I will dearly miss my grandmother and all her faithfulness in my viewings. Thank you much. Bye.